Alright, lizards and goblin folk, just remember, the moral of this week is that if your target is a giant corporation, bullying is not only okay, hell, it's borderline ethically permissible. One might even argue it's a moral obligation. Anyways, welcome to Under the Bridge, everybody!
Welcome to Under the Bridge, and this is the second instance of that in the last year and a half that I know of where bullying has gotten results.
Right? There's probably more, but this is a very high-profile one, but we'll get to that. I'm Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll, pronouns he, him.
And I am Greg, aka Craig, also pronouns he, him.
And this is our podcast where we talk news of the pop culture variety. Sometimes gaming news, sometimes comic news, pretty much always movie news, and also pretty much always a movie review. A little bit of a surprise this week. But anyways, if that's of interest to you, make sure to ring the like button, smash that bell, and share the video around because it really helps us out and we appreciate it.
Indeed-ably.
Now, let me ask you a very important question, Greg.
Oh no.
You ever wanted to have a conversation with an AI hologram of Stan Lee?
No? Wait, I don't like this question. Can I ask for a new test, please?
You might want to stay away from LA Comic-Con then.
No.
Yep. Yeah. They are rolling out the Stan Lee Experience, a 1,500-foot enclosed booth that costs between $15 and $20 to enter, depending on when you buy the tickets. There will be paid opportunities to take photos with the hologram or have a 3-minute one-on-one conversation with it.
Take photos with the hologram. I hate that sentence. I hate that part of that sentence so much.
Former Marvel executive Bob Sabuni, head of Stan Lee Legacy Programs for Cartoon Studios. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Stan Lee Legacy Program.
It's a program, alright. That's how this whole thing is running.
That makes my anus clench up just thinking about it.
Okay.
Are you saying it does it for you?
I mean, I wasn't gonna tell anybody about it.
Well, that's the difference between you and me, Greg. I'm a bit of an open book, alright?
Valid, I think.
His quote was, "We'll never put words in his mouth that aren't in line with things he spoke about in his lifetime. Fortunately, with decades of footage capturing his thoughts on so many subjects, we can build a voice that stays true, not always word for word, but always faithful in spirit, context, and intent."
Stop! Don't! No! You can't say that and have people think it'll be okay.
You know what? I will accept this under one condition.
Oh boy.
I need a video compilation of every single person who goes into that thing and asks hologram Stan Lee.
ChatGPT Lee.
ChatGPT Lee, thank you, we're keeping that. I want a compilation, which I'm sure will be very, very long, of every single person who asks ChatGPT Lee what he thinks about the Palestinian genocide. Because that is the only acceptable use of this technology. It is to ask about as many uncomfortable subjects as you possibly can and ruin the model for everybody.
I don't know, I think it'd be interesting to see how it responds to something that happened, or at least took place heavily well after the man died.
I mean, yeah, it has been. God, it's been 6 years at this point.
Yeah, something like that.
Huh.
You know what's mild apropos of nothing, but in a kind of similar thing where I was disgusted by something personally involving AI. In watching one of the trailers that we may or may not talk about later on, I got an ad that used a MF Doom song instrumental. I'm just like, a modern commercial with an MF Doom instrumental. Alright, let's see where this goes. And it's just showing these things like, thinking and like solving problems and stuff like that. And it's an ad for AI. I forget the name of the AI, but the tagline is, "An AI for problem solvers." I'm like, fuck you.
No such thing.
How dare you use something so close to my heart to advertise for something like that? How dare you?
Boy, you know something crazy? Stan Lee missed COVID entirely.
Good.
Oh, man. Oh, it's been 7 years.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
No, definitely. Where does the time go?
I mean, we've established multiple times, both on and off this show, that COVID has fucked up perception of time for pretty much everybody.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Huh. Anyways, this is ghoulish and terrible, and I hate it.
This is not good news. God damn it!
We cannot be bees. Not this time.
Stan Lee has lived for more than 30 years. Hopefully ChatGPT Lee does not.
Oh man, no. What an absolutely grim thing to do. What a dismal prospect.
Right.
Jesus. I don't know what to do about this one other than just don't go to LA Comic-Con, I guess, and certainly don't pay money for this.
Yeah, definitely don't pay money for that at minimum.
Yeah. Anyways, I got a little bit of DC update. It's a tiny one. It's a little baby update.
Oh boy.
And it's that Matt Reeves was talking about the Batman Part 2.
Okay.
And one thing that he said was that it's going to have a villain that has never really been done in a movie before, which opens up some exciting possibilities.
Yeah, I feel like that opens up a lot of possibilities in general.
And boy howdy, am I glad that means it's apparently not the Joker. I hope. If
It has to not be the Joker at that point.
I almost said if he's clowning, and then I realized.
Ooh, what if it's oh god, what was her name?
Punchline?
Yeah, what if it's Punchline?
I don't think it can be Punchline. I don't think at this stage in Matt Reeves' Batman crime saga, I don't think it can be Punchline. Because Joker doesn't really seem to be the Joker, so there's no reason for there to be Harley yet, so there's no reason for there to be Punchline yet.
Okay.
But I know why you want it, you filthy degenerate.
No, I mean, not even for that anymore.
Anymore, he says. Anymore.
Look, man, it's a thing of my initial impressions, which was forever immortalized in a short on this channel, by the way.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, watch our shorts. It wasn't even the thing of, oh, hot. It's the thing of, oh, hot, and also, Jesus Christ, what the hell? And I would say that Jesus Christ, what the hell, definitely takes precedence in that situation.
Let's see. So if we go off of previous Batman movies, that would mean that Joker's out, Penguin's out, Riddler's out, Two-Face is out, Ra's al Ghul is out, Ra's al Ghul? Doesn't matter. Bane is out, Poison Ivy's out, Catwoman's out, Scarecrow is out, I guess? Part of me really wants to say Man-Bat, but I dare not dream.
Well, does the animated film count?
Which one?
Hold on. There was an animated series, never mind.
I mean, they were all in Lego Batman, pretty much. I assume...
Does that really count for what they're going for here, though?
Well, I mean, he said never really been done in a movie. I assume never really been done is to account for the Lego movie having used literally all of them. I don't think it's going to be Clayface, because Clayface has his own movie coming out.
Okay.
Hugo Strange could be fun.
That could be that could be strange.
Yeah?
That could be fun.
Could be fun. Could be fun. We have gotten Mr. Freeze, so probably not him. Professor Pig is a little fucked up. I hope it's not Hush, because Riddler basically already was Hush in this.
Did they mix Hush's thing in with Riddler for the Batman?
A little bit. What time is it when an elephant sits on your face? No, wait a minute.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute.
I flubbed that one so bad.
Okay, we're going to some deaths of the internet now.
Oh my god. It's time for reconstructive surgery. So what time it is.
Sit in my face and tell me that you're...
God fucking damn it. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think. Kite Man? He's never been in a movie.
He has never been in a movie. That is true. That is very true.
I don't think Kite Man is avant-garde enough for the Batman Part 2, though.
Hell yeah or hell no at that point.
Or maybe he is. Maybe he's exactly the right level of avant-garde. We did get White Rabbit in the DCU recently, so nah, probably not. Because
okay.
They are different universes, though. We've gotten Talia, so definitely not her. I'm missing something obvious. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Mad Hatter's a little whimsical. I don't know.
There's someone I'm thinking of from the Gotham TV show.
If it's Jada Pinkett Smith, they made up her character. She's not an actual person.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think well, hold on. I'm so bad at this. Partially because I haven't watched this in forever.
Maybe Solomon Grundy, but he's not really a Batman villain as such.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I was thinking of Fish Mooney.
Okay, yeah, she's not from the comics, so...
Okay.
But then again, I guess she's never technically been done in a movie before, so...
Yeah, and it's a thing of like, okay, she's not from the comics, but hey, that didn't stop Harley Quinn from becoming the cultural icon that she is.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, this has just gone into rampant speculation at this point. I should probably move on to something else.
Indeed.
So I think I will.
Okay.
Ahead of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, coming out next year, Season 3 has already been ordered at Disney+.
Oh, they must be real confident.
Yeah, I mean, it is Daredevil, to be fair. And I liked Season 1. There were bits that I wasn't a huge fan of, but on the whole, I thought that was a pretty good season of TV.
Okay.
It's no Daredevil Season 1 or Daredevil Season 3, and even Daredevil Season 3 isn't Daredevil Season 1, but at least it's not Daredevil Season 2.
Man, I am so behind on all the Daredevil stuff.
I thought you saw Season 3.
I saw part of Season 3. I didn't see the whole
Okay.
thing. I only got a couple episodes into that, and I also only got a couple episodes into the second season of... Why am I blanking on the name of it? I watched all of The Punisher.
Yeah.
I watched all of The Punisher. I watched all of Luke Cage. I did not have it in me to watch the second season of Iron Fist.
You and me both. Jessica Jones?
Jessica Jones, yeah. I only got, I think, 2 episodes into Jessica Jones until I got to a point where I don't hate this, but I don't like that these characters that I dislike are, like, getting the limelight.
Yeah. Jessica Jones Season 2 was not my favorite, and I started watching Season 3, and then I kind of fell off.
I forgot there was a Season 3.
Yeah. Crazy to think about, huh?
Yeah, I thought Daredevil was the only one that got a 3rd season.
No, in fact, I'm pretty sure Jessica Jones Season 3 was one of the last ones. It was either that or Punisher Season 2 that ended Netflix's Marvel collab.
I feel like it was Punisher, because I think that was the very... Could have sworn that was the very last thing, at least.
Hold on a second. Original release of Punisher Season 2, January 18th, 2019. And then Jessica Jones Season 3, June 14th, 2019. Jessica Jones was the last one.
Okay.
Oh, alright.
Alright.
Yeah. I guess we'll see how this goes. I hope that this whole Fisk as mayor thing doesn't run for 3 whole seasons, because I just don't know that I got it in me.
How are we doing, Wilson? I haven't seen the show. I'm just being a shithead right now.
Yeah, what the hell was that? What was that even supposed to be?
Partially referencing Punisher going, Eddie! Or not Punisher. Venom going, Eddie, how's it going?
Okay.
That's where my brain went. I don't know what to tell you there.
Weird flex, but whatever.
Yeah, at least I don't have some ridiculous sad sax song happening in the background.
There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling.
I think the end of Venom 3 will live in my head rent-free for forever.
Yeah, don't mind me, I just watched Bo Burnham Inside finally. I'm 2 years out of date. 3 years out of date? 3 years out of date. Good God. Anyways, I was gonna say that this might not matter because I canceled my Disney Plus, and I still haven't turned my Disney Plus back on, but boy, what a roller coaster we got next. Because...
It's been a roller coaster of a week with this one. Of, like, literally, because I think this first started the day after we recorded the last episode.
I think so. I don't remember the exact timeline, but long story short...
Oh
God, where do I even start with this? This is not going to be a long story short. This is probably going to be a winding bit of fucking nonsense.
And it's a shame because it's one of those things where, unless you're living under a rock, I think you know what we're going to be talking about. We're just trying to figure out the best way to talk about it.
Yeah, alright,
because it's been the center of the news for the last week.
So the Jimmy Kimmel situation.
The Jimmy Kimmel situation.
Earlier this past week, ABC made the decision to indefinitely suspend the Jimmy Kimmel Live show after pressure from FCC chair Brendan Dickless Carr, no offense to those without sexual characteristics, who... See, that's an example of one where, like, I think I'm gonna keep that one.
Okay, fair.
Because what's the FCC gonna do? Shut me down on YouTube? Anyways, that's not important. The important part is that because Kimmel made a remark and actually showed footage indicating that current President Donald Trump is not particularly actually remorseful over the death of Charlie Kirk, implying that he is in fact just using the death as a springboard to advance his own conservative agenda. So that happened, and
Well, to be a little bit more specific, the commentary made by Jimmy Kimmel in this was implying that, hey, they're not being completely honest about the killer's leanings here.
Yeah.
And it was honestly, as far as comments that could be made about that, the comment that he made was, I don't have it memorized. I don't have it memorized by quote or anything like that, but it was about as neutral as the host of a late night comedy show could possibly be. Like, it was genuinely pretty neutral overall, but it was a statement of fact at the same time.
Correct, but because of... Let's see, where should I take it from?
Do you want me to try and take a whirl at it?
Yeah, here's an alternate, more radio-friendly take by Greg.
Okay. So, yeah, no, the head of the FCC basically told ABC, a private company, relatively speaking, hey, you have someone there that made a comment that we didn't like, so we need you to do something about that. And ABC did, and they indefinitely canceled the Jimmy Kimmel show, which is very scary if you care about freedom of speech and all that, because, you know, you have the head of one of the main entities of the government telling another person or company, I don't know, it depends on how you lean on the whole corporations or people thing, but basically telling a separate entity, hey, we don't like this guy, you need to do something about it.
Which is basically government censorship by proxy.
Yes, and it's not good. And it's one of those things where I would say it's not good no matter who is in office or what was said. It's literally in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution where the government cannot come in and tell you what you can and can't say. Other people, other private citizens, can absolutely tell you to shut the fuck up. But the sitting head of the FCC, who is a government employee, should not tell another private entity, hey, you can't do this, or say this, or what have you.
At least not for the reasons of, we don't like it.
Exactly. Yeah, if it's like a genuine danger to the public, that's one thing. But this does boil down to, we didn't like what was said. So, they indefinitely canceled the Jimmy Kimmel show. And from what I gather, there wasn't really a lot said on Jimmy Kimmel's side during this whole ordeal, which is shocking. I'm not going to say I told the line, because I absolutely don't. But I usually try to be a observe from the back and learn kind of person. I would be very hard-pressed not to say anything. Especially with a bunch of people seeing this and actually going, no, this isn't cool, and resulting in a lot of people canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions en masse.
Including me.
Because for the uninitiated, Disney owns ABC. So, that was a fun thing because, to be honest, I figured, okay, there's going to be people boycotting, understandably. I definitely would if I had a Disney Plus subscription to begin with. But, with how this kind of thing goes, it's probably not going to do much of anything. Over the 3-day period following this and people starting to cancel their subscriptions, Disney lost $4 billion in value. Not in general money, in value.
3.8.
Or 3.8. I'm rounding up to 4.
I'm even seeing that those numbers may not necessarily be the most accurate, but I do think it's important to note that their stock value dropped 7%.
Yeah, which is crazy. Losing 7% of your stock value over a 3-day period is insane. That is genuinely unprecedented.
And not only that, it's not just about Disney Plus subscriptions, but you have actual lifelong Disney adults saying that they're not going to be going to parks, that they're going to be canceling their park memberships and stuff, because this genuinely crosses a line. This is...
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on my tirade. I have a tirade. I'm not going to go on the tirade. I'm going to wait until things either get a little bit better or a little bit worse. We'll see. Just know the tirade is coming.
Well, there's a little glimpse of hope in the end of the tunnel, potentially, because it was announced earlier today, literally today before we started recording.
As of recording, yes.
That the Jimmy Kimmel show will be returning. Now, on one hand, that's good. That was actually a nice pick-me-up for me personally, because, I care a lot about freedom of speech and expression in art. That means a great deal to me. So I was happy to see reversing a form on that. On the other hand, there is a part of me that's disappointed that what it took for that to happen wasn't coming to, okay, we actually care about freedom of speech or anything like that, but more so a thing of, oh my god, we're losing so much money, we need to stop losing money.
And even then, their acknowledgement that they effed up has nothing to do with the whole free speech concerns. It's just, oh, we just thought it was, we thought they were sensitive comments made during a delicate time. No, shut the fuck up. You rolled over and showed your belly, and now you're only showing some backbone because it's hurting your bottom line. Shut the fuck up. I would say like, comment, subscribe, and then shut the fuck up. But frankly, ABC, I don't need your fucking help.
Yeah. So yeah, that Hoo boy.
Now, it is worth noting that one of the involved parties in this, and bear in mind, I'm not a big TV guy, I don't really know how the sausage is made on this front, but as I understand it, a large entity in this Sinclair Broadcast Group is still planning on standing their ground and preempting the Jimmy Kimmel Show. So, what can be done about this? Well, I looked it up. In our area, not much. What you can do is the Sinclair Broadcast Group has all of the stations, the affiliate stations that they have listed on their website. And if they have an affiliate station in your area, check your local news on TV in the next week or so, see what ad sponsors play, and then contact those companies and let them know you plan on boycotting them as long as they stand with Sinclair Broadcasting Group about this Jimmy Kimmel situation. It doesn't have to specifically be about Jimmy Kimmel. You could cite the free speech concerns, because I don't really give a flying fuck about Jimmy Kimmel, if I'm honest. I've never seen any of his show. I could care less whether it's on the air or not. What I do care about is the fact that the government cannot be allowed to get away with pulling shows off the air because they don't like the content.
Yeah, it's the thing of not necessarily about the... We kind of talked about this a little bit during last week's episode when we touched on Charlie Kirk's death. Once again, on this comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Where...
Murder's not cool.
Yeah, it's not so much about the person, it's about what the whole situation represents. Again, like I said earlier at the start of this, it doesn't matter if it was... in the context of what this all means, it wouldn't matter if it was a left-leaning government telling a mostly conservative thing. It's like, hey, you need to have an actual reason if you're going to do this besides we don't like what was said. If there's concern for public health or whatever, that's one thing. You'd still have to have a really good argument, but that's one thing. This is not one of those. And I really hope that through all this, people have... It seems like a lot of people have started to realize how important stuff like this is. And how fundamental it is to how we function.
And if you're not up to date with the American situation, because I don't know if we actually have people listening in other countries. We don't really have many people listening at all, but hey, thanks to those of you who are here, maybe spread it around. But in case you're not up to speed on the American situation, here's where we're at. The president is making unfounded claims that taking Tylenol during pregnancy leads to autism.
You know?
That's where we're at.
As much as I hate to say it, because I haven't really... I've been having enough anxiety as it is this week, so I haven't been really keeping up with the news that much outside of this. That is genuinely news to me. Holy crap. Yeah. That's amazing.
And I'm keeping that in because that's a neutral statement of claims he has made.
Mild apropos of nothing. I feel like I've said this before on the show in completely different contexts. Did you know that Tylenol is banned in Japan?
Really?
Yeah, apparently the thought process is that there is such a high amount of drugs in Tylenol that it is considered way too powerful by the Japanese standards. So Tylenol and Dayquil and NyQuil are all banned in Japan.
Huh.
Yeah, I found that very interesting. But I also feel bad for people who, especially if you're an American who's moved to Japan, who relies on that stuff when you get colds. That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck ass, because for some people, Tylenol and Dayquil and NyQuil might as well be life-saving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one where it's I don't take those, but that would be a thing of I've always wanted to visit Japan, but that would suck.
Anyways, getting back to the point. While yes, this is celebratory, while yes, this does demonstrate that in theory we can all make a difference if we stick to our guns and toe the line and say this is not okay, stay vigilant. That is the important part, because this was not the first attempt, this will not be the last. So just keep an eye out.
Yes.
Just be ready to make another statement with your wallet as a consumer.
Yeah, be ready, tip your waiters, pay your fucking writers.
Pay your fucking writers, but not your streaming services if they support if they support government censorship.
Right.
Huh, okay, I think we're keeping your take. Let's go to trailer time.
Okay, let's do trailer time.
It's trailer time again! We're gonna keep it, I think, a little bit breezy because we had quite a few trailers, but I don't really have that much to say about most of them.
Yes.
Because they're all, honestly, a lot of them are movies that we got in trailers for not that long ago, because we got a new trailer for The Carpenter's Son, which okay, at least gives an actual better idea of what the movie's about.
Yeah, definitely looking into religious horror with Nicolas Cage, which, as much as I hate to say it, makes me much more interested in this film.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a new trailer for Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Great, cool. I like the bit of what's your name, and it was something weird. It's like, what'd you do? Type magician names in a chat GPT? Oh, no, this is my actual name. Atlas. Would your mom sleep with a map?
And the other two are like laughing. It's like, that's not funny. It's like, no, that was fucking good.
It was alright.
That was pretty funny, honestly. It didn't make me like laugh out of my chair, but as far as burns go, that was solid.
The spirit of the insult is funnier than the insult itself, is how I'd put that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got a final trailer for Good Boy, which again, this feels like a very emotionally manipulative movie, but I don't care, and I swear to God if that dog dies.
Oh, yeah. I did love the quote from one reviewer. It's like, if the dog dies, we riot.
Although you'd think the reviewer would know. I would hope.
I would hope.
But, I don't know, not my circus, not my monkeys, I suppose. I'm very much looking forward to this one. I probably could have left this off entirely because the movie's only a couple weeks out, but hey, you know what? I like it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We got another trailer for Good Fortune, which is mostly prominent for Keanu Reeves saying the internet is amazing. I want to help you look for jobs, but also I want to look at pictures of baby elephants.
It is crazy hearing that from Keanu Reeves. I was quickly like kind of perusing through I almost said his discography, his filmography, because I really have not seen a lot of his movies outside of like John Wick. But considering the number of things that he has been in and the number of characters that he's had to play, it is interesting and very funny seeing him play this, I almost want to say, adorably stoic angel out of his depth.
Yeah.
In just the faces that he has as this angel as he experiences the dredges of humanity.
Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also got a trailer, finally, for coming out May 22nd, 2026, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which I'm only including because Disney backpedaled on the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. Because otherwise...
Because I haven't seen that.
Oh.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but oh well.
If you mentioned it while I was working, I probably did not catch it because I was working.
That's fair and valid. I don't have too much to say about this one anyway, because I'm kind of in the phase of burned out on Star Wars. We'll see as we get closer, I guess. Funny enough, Sigourney Weaver's in this movie, and when she was sitting across the table from Mando and Grogu, all I could think was, I'm Sigourney Weaver. To bring it all the way back to the Netflix conversation, you remember when they made a big deal about her being the main bad guy in Defenders, and then she just fucking chumped out to Elektra? What was that about?
Nice.
Also, I will say, I hate to be one of these nitpicky assholes, but here I go being one of these nitpicky assholes.
But that's what you do best. Sorry.
No,
that was probably mean.
It's valid. It's valid.
Mm.
There's a bit where some AT-ATs are walking along a cliffside on a mountain, and one of them gets blasted and then falls off the cliff, and all I can think is, why do you have AT-ATs walking up the side of a mountain where the path is, like, only just long enough for them? You have ships and stuff. What do you need these fucking fall-over camel boys for?
Yeah, I mean, my thought process is like, why would you have an AT-AT go up a mountain to begin with? You're just asking for trouble. Because these vehicles are, crazy as it sounds, not exactly known for their maneuverability.
Yeah. No, weird. Very strange.
Mm.
I guess we'll see. Mm. This is where I would say let's go to box office, but in a shocking surprise, we actually didn't see any movies this weekend, so I don't really care.
Fair. Instead, we have, drumroll please.
Well, first, I just want to say, sorry about that. I know we usually have a movie review, but we actually decided to be social this weekend, so...
And it was great.
It was a good time. Had a good time.
We were social, we had fun, which we needed this week, and for anyone who's disappointed about there not being a movie review, we're only human.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I finally watched Bo Burnham Inside, and I was depressed about that from Friday night onward, so I needed something else to do.
Right.
Maybe him will come later.
Maybe he will come later.
No. So instead, just to put something on the books and offer a review anyway, we are now 5 episodes into Peacemaker Season 2. I believe these are all the episodes that critics were shown in advance. James Gunn himself blocked episodes 6 through 8 from being made available because apparently they are game changers. And I believe it.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to try my best not to spoil Peacemaker Season 1 because Greg hasn't seen it, but I'm pretty sure I can talk about Peacemaker Season 2 without spoiling an awful lot of it, although I am going to get in some spoilery speculation, some of which might be familiar if you've seen one of my latest Poorly Explained Comics episodes, wink wink.
Oh yeah, that too. You should watch those too.
Yeah. There's a Marvel Zombies one coming out next weekend, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to make one. I don't know, we'll see.
Right.
When does that show come out? I don't care right now.
Hmm.
Do I care at all? Maybe.
Thinking Out Loud, the musical.
I'm thinking out loud. I'm not Ed Sheeran. But, Peacemaker Season 2. I will say, I don't dislike the season, but this is one of the most Season 2s of a show I think I've ever seen.
Oh boy.
By which I mean, this could not be a Season 1, because you would not give a fuck.
Oh no, that's not good. That's not good to hear.
No, it works fine in this case, because why would you be jumping into a show in the middle of Season 2? You should watch Season 1 first. And because I've watched Season 1 and the Suicide Squad, I give a damn about these characters enough where I'm willing to see where it goes and trust that this is building to something, rather than sitting there being perpetually bored going, okay, when are we going to get to the cool stuff? When are we going to get to the big surprise? When are we going to get to the thing I can't talk about yet because it's spoilery speculation and I'm not going to do that to you?
But you also acknowledge that if you were someone who's, for whatever reason, jumping into Season 2, not watching any of Season 1, it would be a hard watch.
I'd probably be pretty bored, and I'd probably just go, these guys are all assholes and I'm not having a great time. But there is genuine camaraderie among the cast, so it is good to see them all again. There's also some really good additions this season. You got, especially Tim Meadows as, I think his name is Langston Fleury. He is an asshole. He's a really funny asshole.
Langston Fleury sounds like the name of a McFlurry that you get from a dive bar in London.
Damn. Or in, I want to say Virginia? Is there a Langston, Virginia? No, I'm thinking of Langley.
Yeah, you're thinking of Langley.
I'm thinking of Langley. CIA. Oh, boy. That's different. Where was I going with?
The
Peacemaker.
Movie.
The movie! Oh, that's a callback. I don't think we've ever talked about that one, or if we have, it's been a very long time. I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
There's another interesting addition. Michael Rooker is Red Saint Wild, an eagle hunter, and
Caca, motherfucker.
He's alright. They weirdly decided to give Eagly his own little subplot this season, and I don't hate it, but I'm also not in love with it.
It's like, I don't hate this, but this is not what I'm here for.
No, it's really not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's really funny that Peacemaker has a pet eagle who is basically one of his best friends, but I just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, the premise of this season, Peacemaker and the rest of the 11th Street kids have helped save the world from an alien invasion, but they're all having their problems. Peacemaker's in a funk because he killed his Nazi dad. Whoops, sorry, spoilers for Season 1.
Nazis!
Adebayo is trying to start her own security consulting firm and having a hard time getting it off the ground. Economos is still working for Argus and is actually stuck surveilling Peacemaker because Rick Flag Sr. has taken over and he's mad that Peacemaker killed his son as seen in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And Harcourt has been blacklisted from basically every intelligence agency by Amanda Waller.
Which one is he? Is that one again?
Harcourt is the blonde one. She's James Gunn's wife.
Oh, so she's the one where she was told by, like, a therapist or whatever, you have emotional stability problems. She's like, no, I don't.
I think you're suffering from toxic masculinity, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, what? And then we just see her, like, thrashing the inside of a car.
Yeah. No, she's also the one in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, where when the Guardians are busted into Orgo Corp, and Peter's trying to do a peaceful negotiation, and Gamora shoots someone in the knee, she's the one who gets shot in the knee.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the director's wife.
Nice. Nice. Very good. Very good indeed.
But anyways, so everybody's trying to move on after this alien invasion, and they're trying to, make something of their lives. When Peacemaker discovers that in the unfolding pocket universe chamber that his dad had possession of, there are doors to a bunch of other universes, one of which is a seemingly idyllic world in which his dad is actually a good parent, his brother is still alive, and the three of them are apparently among the world's greatest heroes.
Huh. That sounds like fun.
And due to circumstances, which I'm not really going to get into too deep, Peacemaker is now wrestling with, does he decide to stay in this alternate universe as his life crumbles around him in his main universe, or does he try to make the best of it? And yeah, no, it's an alright season so far. I'm gonna reserve judgment for the last 3 episodes, but I really think the last 3 episodes are gonna go into some fucked up territory, followed by some funny territory, followed by some awesome territory, but we'll see. I'm reasonably confident, though.
It's a deal of, if you describe the first few episodes as being one of the most A seasons of all time, I can only imagine that the last 3 episodes really need to hit the ball out of the park for it to kind of recoup some time there.
Yeah, but it is also James Gunn, so I have a lot of faith, because, I mean, well, he made Peacemaker Season 1 and the Suicide Squad and all 3 Guardians movies, so come on.
Fair.
And Superman! So a little bit of faith is justified in this case, I think. Anyways, this is the part where I rip the Band-Aid off and start speculating wildly, so if you don't want my musings on what I think this season is going to be in the last 3 episodes, make sure to click away in 3, 2, 1. So there's an interesting little detail in this alternate world that people noticed the first episode that we got any real focus on it. And that's that there's no non-white extras.
Oh, that is... there is a bit of potential there, isn't there?
Yeah, especially because, again, in the mainline universe, Peacemaker's dad, who in this new universe is one of the world's greatest heroes, is a Nazi. Also worth noting, again, you can also watch my Poorly Explained Comics episode, Is Peacemaker on Earth X? ? The question mark is there as a symbol. I didn't phonetically write out question mark. But... The important point is, in the DC Comics multiverse, there is actually an Earth where the Nazis won World War II.
Right, yeah. I remember coming across that on a random look through the DC wiki, and that was a thing where I'm just like, oh, this feels weird.
And it was also referenced in the CW Arrowverse in the event Crisis on Earth X. So, hey, there is precedent. So, it would not surprise me if the driving thing of this season is, can you live with yourself, having everything you ever wanted at the expense of having to put up with Nazism, which is certainly not a topical event at all.
Yeah, as I say, it's like, do you think they had some inspiration?
No, not even a little bit. Completely coincidental, I assure you. No inspiration from real-life events whatsoever. Die, Nazi! Sorry, I let my GI robot out a little bit.
Okay, alright. You know what? Has there been enough time in that show for us to, kind of talk about certain scenes in it?
I think we could talk about Creature Commandos a little bit, yeah.
So, there's been enough time where I could just, kind of rant and rave about how much I love and get frustrated by that whole scene.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. I guess Greg's gonna go on about Creature Commandos a little bit.
Yeah, just that one scene, because that's one of the best. Okay, so we have a whole episode. There's several episodes that are dedicated to each character in Creature Commandos, and we have an episode dedicated to G.I. Robot's backstory, about how he was created to help the 101st Airborne during World War II, kills a bunch of Nazis, because that's what you do, kind of gets decommissioned, moved around, whatever, and then he gets bought by Michael Rooker. Not actually Michael Rooker, but someone who's voiced by Michael Rooker. This is so fucking stupid. He gets bought by Michael Rooker, who's seemingly on the surface a World War II enthusiast, because he has a bunch of admittedly Nazi weapons and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay.
Not just Nazi weapons, there's also some Japanese stuff in there that I saw.
Yeah.
And it's not just weapons, it's other paraphernalia like flags and banners and uniforms.
Yeah. Which, there's a lot of World War II enthusiasts who have a bunch of that crap. I like more so learning about it than collecting the stuff, but that's just me. But then, he's like, G.I. Robot, you're the best ever. I want you to meet my friends. And he takes G.I. Robot to this, small-time conference or whatever, where it turns out Michael Rooker's character and these guys are a bunch of neo-Nazis. And G.I. Robot just sits there and goes, Nazis. Which is, I don't remember or really care about what's said immediately after that, because not too long after a little bit of speak from there, G.I. Robot activates and kills everyone in the room, which is what gets him found, captured, and integrated into Task Force X.
Task Force M, thank you.
M, thank you. And it's one of those things where, on one hand, not gonna lie, it is a little cathartic, but on the other hand, how much of a stupid motherfucker do you have to be to go, I'm a neo-Nazi, and I really like this robot that was built to kill Nazis. I'm gonna buy him, and I'm gonna take him to all of my friends' house.
Gee, it's almost like he's a dumb Nazi.
I mean, he is, but it's one of those things where I'm just like, look, I work retail. I know how stupid people can be. But that was, like, next level. And it was one of those things where it was really funny, but also really frustrating. Just that lack of critical thinking.
Yeah, again, dumb Nazi. Oh, there I go being redundant. Tautology.
Tautology.
I've used a thing to describe itself.
Yeah, that's a $5 word.
I feel like the best part about this is like, okay, you could say whatever, obviously censorship on certain things, but nobody, no self-respecting person should have any problem with me constantly going off about how much I hate fucking Nazis. Because that's one of those things where it's only a problem if you're a fucking Nazi.
Right.
But anyways,
I don't even remember what we were talking about. I just got distracted by the whole, like, G.I. Robot bit. I'm like, I have to talk about this.
Ooh, do you know what would be really funny? It won't happen, I don't think. They've teased that Peacemaker Season 2 is gonna have a really big cameo, and...
Oh boy.
There's speculation that... There was speculation that it was Superman. Which would be cool. I think it'd be really funny if Peacemaker is like, oh, this is a Nazi world? Oh, we gotta do something about this, but this is out of my capabilities. Superman shows up. But I think I've got something funnier, and something that would actually fit, since Peacemaker's affiliated with Argus. I mean, hell, Rick Flag Sr.'s running the thing. So imagine, Rick Flag Sr. is pursuing Peacemaker, trying to find him, finds this alternate world, realizes there's Nazis, ducks out, comes back with G.I. Robot.
Yes, please.
God! If G.I. Robot shows up and massacres Earth X...
Yeah, G.I. Robot's, like, live-action debut.
And I know what you're thinking. If you watched last week's episode, you're thinking, boy, this vehement desire for violence is antithetical to what you were saying last week, and on the one hand you're right, but again, it should only matter if you're a fucking Nazi. There's an exception for Nazis, alright?
Right.
And again, these are all fictional. Yeah, I'll watch fictional Nazis bite it all the goddamn day. I might have a little different opinion in real life. I've never actually had to witness it, so I don't know for sure, but we'll see. But again,
right.
I don't know, because Nazis.
Right.
I feel like this is an episode that would really get demonetized just for how often I've said Nazis. If we were getting paid. But hey, you know what? You know what you guys can do to help? Spread the video around, like, comment, subscribe. Help us get monetizable so YouTube can demonetize us.
Help us get demonetized.
Yeah.
Please, let's make it. We already don't make money. Let's confirm that we never make money on this shit.
Let's make it completely pointless.
Mm.
Oh man. So yeah, I think that's about most of what I had for Peacemaker Season 2. Like I said, reserving judgment until the last 3 episodes come out, but I do have some real faith that this is probably going to end somewhat spectacularly, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, I think that about wraps this up.
Right.
So, in that case, I just want to say, thanks so much for listening, everybody. Thank you so much for bearing with all the rants and rambles and all the nonsense. Still looking forward to doing this. Obviously, it's been a heck of a week, because I'll level with you. Yeah, I don't have to explain shit. It's been a difficult week.
Okay, fair enough.
Next week, we got a few different options, where one is one battle after another. The Strangers Chapter 2 also comes out, and against my better judgment, I might try to see that. Because I haven't seen anything Borderlands tier, and I feel like The Strangers Chapter 2 might come close, if The Strangers Chapter 1 was any indication.
Right.
Anyways, we have a third option. And this one I might see. I don't know if I'm going to cover it for the podcast because it's a little out of my scope, but my niece wants to see Gabby's Dollhouse for the movie.
You're going to be on your own for that one, dog.
Actually, I'm not. I have at least one other friend willing to come with me and my niece and her dad and watch this movie. So...
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. No, I'm sorry. If my niece asks me to see it, I'm going to be like, sorry, kid, I am not the audience. I don't even belong in the audience, honestly.
I'm not the audience, but I'm okay with being in the audience. Mostly for the villain. I've seen the trailer. The villain is deranged. This looks great. This looks like a train wreck. I can't wait.
Oh, boy.
So, who knows? Stay tuned.
We end up getting a mini review on Gabby's Dollhouse.
Yeah, you might get me relaying a 5-year-old's thoughts on Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. But, regardless of whether or not that all happens, this has been Under the Bridge with Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll.
And with Greg, aka Greg.
And we will catch you all next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye!